Fog Entertainment back again with a brand new video, and it is a one-of-a-kind video because it's the first ever Par Theory. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. We're here to discuss, was Kanan Stark killed off too early? When I first start a show, I don't normally make theories, but I've recently finished Par. Now this will be getting uploaded before the actual reviews finish, but I've finished Par, I've finished the OG Par, I'm going to start Par Book 2, then it'll be Par Book 4, then it's back to 2, back to 4, back to 2, and then I believe you can watch the prequel whenever you want. But the prequel obviously revolves around Kanan Stark. I believe it's set in like the early 90s. I think I read the description not too long ago, but here we're simply going to talk about, was Kanan killed off too early? I might put up for a poll on the channel, but I just wanted to discuss this because I feel like at the end of the TV show, it's right to like just talk about characters and what you think about them. This is going to be my opinion here. So, you know, if you're going to agree about it, then leave it in the comments down below. Big Stevie here on Fog ENT will get back to you. But let's look at Kanan Stark, right? So we kick off the show. Kanan is in jail. We're thinking, right, how is he in jail? Who's put him in jail? Turns out it was Tasha and Ghost that put him in jail. And they knew, well, it was like he knew they put him in jail. And I think Kanan getting released at the end of season 1, and then, you know, being a big player in season 2 for the most part, could they have like dragged that out a bit more? I think they could have. I don't think the show needed Kanan to be out straight away. I mean, season 2 ends with Kanan and Ghost getting into that big brawl, and it looks like Ghost has killed Kanan. You know, he gets stabbed, he sets him on fire. That would have been way too early to kill him off, bear in mind, right? We also had Kanan killing Sean, which again, I mean, it's his son, and he killed him. I've seen a lot of people defend Kanan here. I think he's a great character. 50 Cent plays the role very well for me, but I don't think you can say he's a good person. He's not. You know, he's a gangster. That's what he is. He's an all-out gangster. He's not an anti-hero. You know, he's a badass motherfucker, but, you know, he's a bad motherfucker at the same time. Of course, season 3, it's more about, like, rebuilding Kanan. He does a couple of heists. We get introduced to Jukebox. We see Ray Ray, all these people. We then see Tyreek, how he begins to, you know, mentor him in a way. He kidnaps Tyreek, and then he realizes, like, oh shit, this is actually a good kid. I can use him against Ghost. And then, you know, he turns on Jukebox and kills her and lets Tyreek and Ghost live. And then that's pretty much season 4. Then season 4 ends with like Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan reuniting, so to speak, to bring down the common enemy, which of course is Dre. And then season 5 happens, and I really liked season 5. It's probably my favourite season of Par, because I really liked the trio of Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan. I do think at points, so like, it just got a bit repetitive in the sense of like Ghost would show up and be like, right, Kanan, I need to speak to Tommy here, so you need to leave, son. Like, that kept happening, and I just didn't like the fact that Tyreek actually betrayed Kanan to side with Tasha. But then it's like, I see how the show played out and how Tyreek did a lot of things to help his mother. I guess it makes a bit of sense in that regard. Like, he even killed, you know, he killed Ghost. Spoiler alert, he killed Ghost here. So it makes a bit more sense as you watch the show. But like season 5 episode, was it season 5 episode 8 they killed Kanan off? Yeah, I believe it was season 5 episode 8. I think it was too early for me. I think you could have done a bit more with Kanan, and he got killed by a couple of cops. Like, yeah, he was set up by Tyreek, and, you know, it was a great scene, and I think even the scene in the morgue was a great scene, but I think this show should have utilised the trio of Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan more. They really should have. Like, even when Kanan got first released, like I talked about, he felt like, you know, the dark horse, like the, you know, the unwanted puppy, so to speak. The bastards of the family. You know, Tommy and Ghost doing their own thing, but Ghost never really wanted Kanan. Obviously, it makes total sense because they're the ones that sent Kanan away. But I would have changed a few things. Like, considering it's 50 Cent's show and maybe the guy just didn't want to appear as much as other characters, I get that. I think you could have maybe had him get released a bit later into the show. Because honestly, I think what he was doing in season 3 and like most of season 4, it was filler stuff. Like, he was robbing like stores and, you know, regrouping. It wasn't really anything to do with the main story. And I think we could have just benefited more in this show if we just seen him actually team up with Tommy and Ghost a lot more. Like, how many times did Tommy and Ghost reunite with each other after betraying each other? Could we not have seen like a proper reunion between these three rather than like what we got in season 5, which was still good to a degree. But here, and also like the storyline with Tyreek, how Tyreek looked at Kanan more as a father than he did Ghost. Bit ridiculous, like, and also I think you've got a bit of things in season 6, right, where Tyreek knew that Ghost would do anything to get him back, which would be get the money, him and Tommy get the money with Vincent, but then like he tries to let on that Ghost never cared about him and shit like that. I think there was writing flaws, especially towards the end of the show, and I think they definitely did the Kanan character dirty, but again, it's like, as good as the prequel may be with Kanan, or could be, because I haven't watched it, you know, what about 50 Cent? It's no 50 Cent, it's some other kid playing him. I think he was killed off too early. Leave your thoughts down below, and peace.